Alright everyone, welcome to today's charting session. Sa mga hindi pa po nakakaalam, what we do here is we typically look at either yung mga trending names, and by that I mean yung mga pangalan na maaaring malaki yung ginalaw, whether to the upside or to the downside, or perhaps malaki yung value traded, or generally speaking, mas minamatahan lang po ng mga tao. Also, tumatanggap din po tayo ng mga chart requests. So kung meron po kayong mga requests, please feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Alright, so magsimula tayo sa DD, no? If we look at tong DD, what has been going on was, diba, initially nagkaroon ng move up that got a lot of people very excited. We got a pullback, bumalik tayo sa level na to. Diyan tayo nakahanap ng support. Then we pushed higher again from there and binalikan natin tong previous area of supply, yung pinag-usapan natin before na nagkaroon ng brief consolidation prior to price selling off, diba? Bago tayo bumaksak, nag-conso, and bumaksak ulit. Okay, once we got there, okay, nag-form tayo ng swing low dito sa 9.8, which we broke on this red candle here. Okay? Then from there, binasag din natin yung nag-form na swing low dito at 8.8. After natin basagin yon, albeit briefly lang, nag-start na tayo mag-consolidate sa area na to. Now, I think a lot of the reasons kung bakit nag-request itong DD is because tinatry nating unahan, no? Tinatry nating makita kung may bullishness pa natitira because we want to buy it cheap and see if we can ride it from there. While that's a good sentiment and a good idea, we do need to understand then na overall, hindi naman yun yung pinakatrabaho ng technicals. Ang trabaho ng technicals is to help us assess risk and plan for our trades. At least that's what it is para sa akin. Now, other people might think otherwise, diba? And I'm not gonna say na mali sila or anything, but ang personal na paniniwala ko is ganon. That being said, kung titingnan natin yung structure, no? Price came here, broke beneath two areas of support, tapos nagko-conso siya dito where the previous support was para masabi natin na at the very least may konting bullishness pa na pwedeng magpatuloy, then kailangan ma-retake man lang tong 9.8, diba? Kung ma-retake yung 9.8, then price might come back to this range here between 9.8 to 10.8. Now, will we be bullish by then? Hindi pa rin sure, no? Kasi possible pa rin na kung gano'n mag-form tayo ng parang head and shoulders pattern dito. Diba? Yes, medyo mahaba siya. Diba? Baka si Yao Ming pala to. No? But the fact of the matter remains na magmumukha siyang head and shoulders pattern kung gano'n yung mangyari. So para manigate altogether yan, then we want to see price break above tong white zone, maybe even break above 12.2 para ma-reclaim talaga natin yung bullishness. Now, you're gonna tell me, syempre, bullish na yun, na-breakout na niya ulit eh. Yes, but yung itsura kasi ng structure niya, claiming that it's once again bullish in between while we've broken through several levels of support, while it could still form a head and shoulders pattern, seems a little bit too preemptive. Parang masyadong presumptuous na, sige, hindi, tapos na yan, sure ako, kasi nagganito na siya eh. Diba? So, structurally speaking, that's what I want to see para masabi natin na, bullish na ulit. Diba? Will it look more bullish kung kunwari nabasag yung 9.8? Of course. But will it actually look super bullish? For me, not yet. Now, kung nabasag naman tayo to the downside, let's say we rolled over and broke beneath tong low na nag-form dito at 8.4, then we might come back and tag tong 7.72. So siya yung previous resistance dito that acted as support here, no? Or even all the way back sa previous range natin. By then, kung mangyari man po yun, number one, the entire move would have been undone. And kung nangyari ngayon, then I don't think it's gonna look bullish na to most people. Okay, some people might still believe it's a bargain and everything, but kung yung itsura niya ba, based on pure technicals, will still look bullish, assuming makain yung buong move na to? Probably not. Next, silipin po natin yung CPG, no? Na itong CPG, if we're gonna look at it again from a bigger picture perspective, it's been ranging in this area and has been for a while. In fact, kung titignan natin, even to the left, we were ranging here. Tapos nagkaroon tayo ng overshoot dito. Pero nung bumalik tayo, we came back, tagged the same level. That's 47 from underneath. Tapos bumalik lang and natrap na naman tayo sa range na to. 'Di ba? So, for me, kapag ganito usually itsura, iniisip ko agad na itong mga to, 'di ba? Itong mga lagpas dito, lagpas dyan, mga ganon. Parang overshoots lang sila. Kumbaga sa coloring book, medyo lumagpas lang ng konti. Siguro na-excite, no? Maganda yung picture na kinukulayan natin, So, na-excite ng konti. Nagkaroon ng konting lagpas. Yung mga ganito, mas aberration. But again, possible na lagpas lang, na over-excite lang yung market kasi ang bilis din niyang nakain, Diba? Tapos yung confirmation nga was yun when we finally broke beneath, came back, bumalik na naman tayo sa 47. So, for me, pansamantala, I can say na yung range na pinaglalaroan natin is anywhere from 38 hanggang 47 with overshoots along the way, no? Now, using that as a template, pwede nating sabihin na may resistance tayo na nag-form around here, no? Between 42 hanggang 43 na area, tong area na to. So, if mabasag natin yung 43, pwedeng matrade tong segment na to from 43 to 47. Okay? Pero kung kunwari nauntog tayo sa 42-43, then we roll over, then baka balikan din natin tong 38 and may stuck tayo dito sa bottom end ng range. So for me, yun yung two na initial na pumapasok sa isip ko kapag tinitignan ko tong CPG. Both ranges could be tradable. Again, it depends on what the structure looks like if and when magkaroon ng break or magkaroon ng retest ng support or nababreak yung resistance or whatever. Alright? So syempre, iba pa rin yung usapan ko pagdating na ng panahon Minsan kasi we tend to be too focused on our levels, pero once na ma-break yon or mabalikan, maaaring hindi na ganun aganda yung itsura, depende do sa structure na nag-form. Now, as with mga tinitingnan natin na ganito na matagal na nag-range, it's harder to assess then just because there's been a lot of chop along the way dito sa CPG. So you just want to be careful of that yes, you're mindful that you can trade the range, but you should also be mindful na pwede tayong mauntog along the way simply because ang dami ng chop na nag-form. Next, tignan po natin tong GMA7. No? Now, GMA7 has been one of the most requested stocks. So, I've been making sure na on a week-to-week basis na tinitignan talaga po natin to. No? So far from last week, technically speaking, wala pa naman pong nangyayari. Yes, nagkaroon tayo ng dip. Bumalik lang tayo above nitong 15.5 na area natin. And so far, we've been consolidating above it. So, even if you look at our video from last week and the week before that, a lot of what I'm gonna say will be the same in the sense na we are still stuck here, but while we're stuck here, the tradable range is from 15.5 hanggang tong high natin at 16.66. If kaya po nating basagin tong 16.66, then we're looking at new highs, no? So, syempre, pag ganon, everyone's happy. Diba? Positive price exploration, possible more upside as the market tries to decide where it wants to go. Does it want to go higher? Saan siya makakahanap ng equilibrium? We don't know. Kasi nga, bagong high tayo. Wala tayong previous data na pwedeng gamitin or sandalan for other thesis na pwede nating ma-form na, okay, kapag ganito, pwedeng muuntog sa ganyan, and so on, no? Ang ayaw nating makita from here is a pullback that breaks beneath tong low na nag-form dito at 14.10 hanggang 13.8. Now, I realize that's a 30-cent range, no? And for some people, sabihin nila, ang laki-laki nun. But, you'd really have to understand na ang support and resistance need to be looked at in terms of areas. Okay? So, kung mabasag tong area between 13.8 to 14.10, then mangyayari is babalik na tayo dito sa wider range natin for sure. Baka balikan natin tong mga swing lows na to or even all the way down dito sa support natin at 12.62. Okay? Bakit ang laki ng discrepancy? Kasi nga, etong mga to, yes, they're swing lows that formed along the way and yes, you could draw a box around this. But essentially, etong leg na to, etong leg na from 12.62 hanggang 16.66, kung titignan natin, dyan naglalaro ang price. Dyan tayo nakatrap. So, it's possible na mag-pullback tayo all the way hanggang dito sa 12.62 and still consider it na quote-unquote within range. Alright? So, Kung mabasag, again, between 13.8 to 14.10, then we likely delve deeper, coming back to these lows na naiwan from before. But if we can break above tong 16.66, then happy days sa mga may hawak ng GMA7, no? Kung may hawak na kayo, nakabili kayo ng mga dips, then syempre, congratulations po sa inyong lahat. Be sure lang po na susundin nyo ng maigi yung plano ninyo, disiplina lang po, para kung sakaling mangyari ang ayaw nating mangyari, ay hindi po natin maibabalik sa merkado ang karamihan ng kinita natin. Now, dito naman sa AGI, essentially what has happened was we broke beneath this area of support, diba? We talked about this na nag-breakdown tayo, we tried to push above it, nabitin. Nag-hold siya, pero the very next candle, we came back and we closed above this area. Then in this red candle here, we came back, tested tong area of support, and then we pushed higher from there. Okay, so that's a good sign in the sense na hindi ginusto ng price na magstay beneath dito sa bottom range natin. So ang nangyari is bumalik lang siya sa original range natin from before, which is from 12.10 to 12.3 hanggang nasa around 13.5, no? Now, yun yung tinitingnan natin na range ngayon, yung hanggang 13.5. If we can break above 13.5, di syempre, bagong new 52-week high yun, and that can only be a good thing para dito sa AGI. However, if we roll over, again, sabihin natin, we came up, we're trying to push it, di ba? Kung titignan natin, anong gustong gawin ng price? Hindi ba parang gusto niyang abutin yung mga highs natin? So yun yung expectation eh. The expectation is from here, price wants to come back and tag tong 13.5 na high from all the way back here, no? Diba? Yung previous support here and so on. Diyan natin kinuha yan. Diba? So parang gusto bumalik ng price doon. So kung kunwari, from here, biglang mabasag na naman tayo to the downside, basagin natin tong area again between 12.10 to 12.3, then I think that's a confirmation na talagang gusto niyang bumalik sa lower bound na range na to, between 11.2 hanggang mga 12.10, kung mabasag to. Okay? So yun po yung iniingatan ko at tinitingnan dito sa AGI in case na mabasag ngayon, yun yung potential bearish scenario, no? And as I said, if we can break above 13.5, then yun yung bullish scenario natin, new 52-week high, bagong price exploration, and so on and so forth. And then finally, tignan po natin tong ALLHC. Okay? So tong ALLHC, we came all the way back. Muntik natin balikan yung support at 3.73. Nabitin lang siya ng katiting, no? And then nag-form tayo ng hammer, and then from there, we started pushing higher. Okay? We started pushing higher, tapos halos na balikan natin yung nag-form na resistance at 5.06. So first and foremost, ano yung short-term expectations natin? Short-term expectations, maaaring mag-trade muna tayo within this range here between 4.31 hanggang 5.06 until proven otherwise. Kung mabasag yung 5.06, then may chance na mabalikan natin tong 5.6 na resistance. But along the way, we need to be mindful na pwedeng mauntog yung price from this area of previous lows. Bakit? Kasi on the way down, nag-consolidate tayo more or less dun sa area na yon. So pag angat ng price dito, maaaring mauntog din tayo dyan. Okay? So something to watch out for lang in case you're bullish ng ALLHC. Now, sabihin natin na mag-pullback to, mag-breakout siya, i-break niya tong 5.06, mag-pullback siya, balikan niya tong 4.31. Ang una kong nakagad may isip is baka mag-form tayo ng inverted head and shoulders pattern dito, which as we discussed before, is a potential reversal pattern. And is there something to reverse? I would argue yes, kasi talagang tuloy-tuloy yung pagbaba ng price, di ba? So seeing a potential reversal pattern after price has been going down for a while, for me, is potentially a good sign. Again, it depends on what it looks like should it happen. Kasi pwede namang hindi mangyari eh. Pwede namang mag-breakout to ng 5.06, then pumunta ng 5.6, then tumuloy na. Hindi naman po natin alam. Okay? But if it does happen, then perhaps that could be a sign na, teka, mukhang kailangan ko na tong bantayan na. Baka kailangan ko na tingnan, see what I can do, form a trade idea, and see if it's something that piques my interest moving forward. Diba? Kasi kahit naman mag-form pa yan ng kahit na anong pattern, pero hindi maganda yung risk reward, hindi ko gusto yung overall structure, hindi ko gusto yung volume, and so on and so forth, hindi ko rin naman yan papatusin eh. But, kung pagdating ng panahon, talagang mag-form, inverse head and shoulders, then okay, fine. It will probably get me to at the very least take a long hard look and see if there's a trade to be had dito sa ALLHC. Okay? Pero let's say it comes back, breaks beneath tong 4.31. Diba? Meaning yung inverse head and shoulders might no longer be in play. Then baka balikan natin tong 3.73 na support, and if binalikan natin yan, we might start trading within this range muna between 3.73 hanggang 4.31, and should 3.73 break, baka balikan natin tong area na to where there was a brief swing high or maybe even all the way down dito sa area of previous consolidation. So guys, dito po nagtatapos yung video natin, no? I hope nakatulong po to sa inyo kahit konti and may natutunan kayo kahit papano. And if so, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And as always guys, maraming salamat po sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and happy trading!